Well, I don't think we could have asked for a more perfect day for a doubleheader here in Reading, Pennsylvania. The sun is shining, the clouds puffy and white in the sky, and fans trickling into the ballpark for today's doubleheader beginning at 4:30 here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Last night, an exciting win for the Fightin Phils as they walked it off in the bottom of the ninth. Thanks to Archimedes Gamboa, they won 5-4 over the Harrisburg Senators, and that puts them up 2-1 on the series. We'll have 2 today and 1 tomorrow to finish out our time against the Nationals affiliate for the season. Umpires standing at home plate now. We are waiting for Francisco Morales to walk down from the bullpen, as well as Andrew Lee from the Harrisburg Senators, who will be starting it off. And they do just now as the players run out onto the field and everyone gets ready here for the national anthem before game 1 at FirstEnergy Stadium. We're going to throw it down to Bryn Underwood on the field for the singing of today's national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite all active military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, please welcome our Phil's intern, Bryn Underwood, who will perform our national anthem.
Well, after the national anthem comes play ball, and then we're ready to get started here just a minute at FirstEnergy Stadium. On the mound, of course, Francisco Morales backing him up today. Stephen Landon and Bonifacio left to right across the outfield. Stokes taking over at the hot corner at third. Gamboa at shortstop because Bryson Stott off to the Futures game today. Daniel Brito, of course, remaining at second, and Luke Miller taking over at first base. Rodolfo Duran behind the plate tonight, and Kyle Nickel will be calling the balls and strikes directly behind him, with Michael Snover, the crew chief, shifting over to third, and Ben Rosen calling the outs over at first. And now it's play ball, shouted by 2 young fans on the field. We'll be ready to start baseball at FirstEnergy Stadium. Tonight's Fan Zone team leaders, presented by Joanna Arias at North Point Bank, are as follows. Of course, Daniel Brito leading in many categories, average 304, hit 63, and doubles 13. Bonifacio pretty much taking over the rest with 12 home runs and 37 RBIs. In the pitching side, a new leader emerges as ERA contender Victor Santos, a 1.72 ERA, 4 wins belonging to Austin Ross and Braden Zarbniski, and then Morales taking the rest of the categories, a team-high 37 and 2/3 innings of work, along with 58 strikeouts to his name. That is pretty high in the Eastern League as well, and well-deserved titles there. 58 coming in at number 5 in the Eastern League with 10 starts as well. And he was a part of that no-hitter thrown in Erie on July 3rd last week. That was his last start. He went 6 innings of no-hit ball, allowed just a walk, and then, of course, being followed by Warren Dowie and Marconi to shut things down. He's had 3 very successful starts in his past outings, and so we'll see how he fares today. Starting a little bit more during the day, it's warm here, something going on as the first base coach taking his time to get out over there. They waiting for him. And finally, Gage Canning steps in the box. We're ready to get underway here in Reading. A deep breath from Francisco Morales. The righty kicks and fires home, and it is downstairs for a ball. Coming in at 4:31 here to start it off today, just a minute shy of our slotted time. And Morales, once again, an offering is fouled back. In his last start on July 3rd, when he did the no-hitter, he got 8 strikeouts out of Erie. That was also a high for him. And this one chopped off up the first baseline, foul, 1-2. So we'll look to see if he can continue that strong outing here. And he'll come home now with the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. The Fightins in their black throwback jerseys they were supposed to wear Thursday night. That was rained out. They're going to wear them for game 1 today. The black R-Train jersey, R-fills across the front, and the black cap with the R-Train logo on the top, red trim around everything, and those white home pants. A ground ball to Daniel Brito over to first, and that's out number 1 here in today's contest as Gage Canning is sat down. Pretty much gone the same 1 through 4. Canning, Alou, Corridor, and then Harrison in the cleanup spot. The Senators in their road gray pants and red jerseys with the red and navy ball caps. Alou takes a ball outside. The slider has been the best pitch for Morales. Hitters have a hard time making tough contact with it, and either they get what Alou just got, which was a roller off the bat, or they chase it way down low and they end up striking out. 1 away here in the top of the first. The shift is on for the lefty bat. And Morales kicks home. This one fouled up. It's going to go on the roof, 1-2. Gamboa starting at short today. We haven't seen him there in a while, with Bryson Stott pretty much taking over for the month of June. And now we're into July with Stott gone for the next 2 days, so 3 games he'll miss here. The 1-2 comes outside. Gamboa will most likely take over there all 3 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jake Alou. Morales kicks and fires outside. Stott, of course, playing in the Futures game tomorrow, the only player representing the Philadelphia Phillies, and along with him goes from Harrisburg, Cade Cavalli, the right-handed starter who we saw on Tuesday, will represent the Nationals. This one sharply hit foul once again. A full count here to Jake Alou. That game will be played at Coors Field, the home of the Rockies, as a part of All-Star Weekend. And I'm sure Stott will see time at shortstop and time at the plate as well, so we look forward to seeing how he fares down there. And even aside from the ball game, as the payoff pitch sent high in the sky to the outfield, Landon in center takes 1 or 2 steps in and makes the catch out number 2. Just the experience of going to the game. Stott was talking about meeting all of those other qualified prospects and just, taking it all in. Such a big moment to play in a professional field, and one as highly noted as Coors. Pretty exciting for an elite player like Stott. And hopefully he'll see some other Phillies guys that are out down there. Here's Aldrim Corridor, who's had a heck of a week against the Fightin Fells. He'll take a called strike to start it off. The Fightins keep doing the shift to Corridor, and he has batted around it quite a number of times in the 3 games prior. Again, downstairs, this time a little bit too far, and it's 1-1. A deep breath by Morales, something he always does when he sends a ball home. This one fouled back into the stands behind home plate. A wonderful 81 degrees here in Reading. Cloudy, but not the bothersome clouds, the ones that make the sky look beautiful. Just a slight wind, 7 miles an hour right now, coming left to right. And sharp contact out to left. Steven tracking in. He'll make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Francisco Morales to start things off, and we'll head into the bottom inning scoreless.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Leading off for the Art Phils, the second baseman, number 12, Daniel Brito.
Daniel Brito, of course, going to lead us off here in the bottom of the first. Morales got a 1-2-3 out of the Senators. And so Brito's going to start us off, see if the Fightins can score first. They did so yesterday thanks to Jorge Bonifacio's 12th home run of the season in the bottom of the first. And so we'll see what they can do today. He'll take a called strike from Andrew Lee to start things off. Lee, a product of OSU, joined the Nationals organization back in 2017. And Brito takes a ball, 1-1. He's got kind of an interesting baseball career. A very good high school player, but also a starting quarterback in high school as well as a forward on the basketball team, so a 3-sport athlete all through high school, then chose baseball for college. As a strike comes into Brito, it's 2-2. But what was interesting is that he actually had Tommy John surgery his senior year in 2012, which I don't know of a lot of guys who get it that earlier in their career. Brito, a slow roller off the bat to second, charging his daily over to Harrison, and that's one away. Got to be doing a lot of work with your arms, and perhaps, with being a quarterback, that might have not helped. But he recovered well from that, had some great years at OSU. At Tennessee. Carson Teal, the pitcher of Game 2, he was the one that went to OSU. A called strike coming into Josh Stephen, who has worked himself into the number 2 spot while Stott is away, but definitely well-deserved from Stephen. Had a base knock in yesterday's game and made some stellar plays in left field. This one fouled off up the left field line, coming over on the runner's corridor, but he can't make it there. Lee also was a great two-way player at Tennessee, so it'll be interesting to watch him bat today. He's still looking for his first professional hit, so is Morales. So we'll see if any of them record one of those in today's contest. No balls and 2 strikes here as Lee kicks and fires to Steven. It's in the dirt. Now, Lee has had some Double-A experience before. He spent time with Harrisburg back in 2019, where he was a starter and reliever, and we're seeing that this season with him as well, as he sends one home to Steven. It's outside. 10 games, he's had 5 starts. Gone 2-3 with a 3.93 ERA, which is pretty impressive back and forth. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Josh Steven with an out on the board. This one a ball, and Steven works his way back from an 0-2 count to full. Now, when we saw Lee when the Fightins played Harrisburg, he actually matched up with Morales that time. Lee went 5 innings of work, 3 hits, and just 1 run to the Fightins, 7 Ks. And Reading ended up dropping that game 7-2, so we'll see how the contest works out today. Here's the offering from Lee to Steven. And he manages to stay away. A beautiful afternoon for a day start. And a called strike to Steven. He will go down looking after a hard-fought at-bat. There are 2 outs now for Jorge Bonifacio. A new mow pattern on the field from our groundskeeper, Dan Douglas. He's gone with what I will refer to as swirls, as Bonifacio lines one into left field on the run and at the knees. Corridor makes the catch, and that is out number 3. 1-2-3 on both sides, and no score as we head into the second, where we'll talk more about the mow pattern.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Now batting for the Senators, the first baseman number 22, KJ Harrison.
Scoreless as we head into the top of the second. Everybody sat down in order on either side. Morales having to deal with KJ Harrison to start things off, and he issues him a ball. Fans getting some free baseball this afternoon as Harrison sends one high in the sky, ripping off his mask. Duran, he's coming down by the backstop, and he makes the catch with ease, even though he's running at it in the wrong direction. So there's out number 1 for Rodolfo Duran. Here's Rhett Wiseman now. Wiseman batting under the Mendoza line with 189. He sends one in the sky as well. Duran again with the mask, but this one's going to end up in the stands. A couple people with gloves over there, but it actually goes too far and into the plaza. Tough look with the sun today. Had a couple people with gloves in the park. I guess kind of think of it more in a day game than you might at night. Wiseman takes a ball, 1-1 now. Checked his check swing, and it is 2-1 now as he didn't go around, says third base umpire Michael Snover. And we'll keep things going here. Morales kicks and fires home. This one fouled back onto the roof, and that foul ball is presented by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Wiseman. Morales sends one in the dirt, and so it'll be a full count. Morales not getting many to chase off his slider, just as of yet has not recorded a strikeout. But still lots of baseball left, although this is only a 7-inning contest since he went 6 in his last outing. A sharp foul ball up the first base line. That would be an impeccable start here for the Fightins if he went a solid 6 when there's 2 games being played today. In his last outing, of course, 6, and then his other longest 5. Even if he went 5 today, and they could use 1 or 2 guys to get out of the first game, maybe just 1. And then Hendrickson has gone 6 the past 3 outings, so that could really save the Fightins bullpen in this doubleheader. Tomorrow's game being at 5:15. Now Wiseman taking a ball close to the strike zone, and he checks his swing, but he doesn't go around, much to the dismay of the Fightins crowd. Morales puts a runner on first with 1 out for Alex Dunlap. Dunlap, the catcher today, we've seen him all the other games, but I do believe, well, we've seen Harrison once, and I do believe that Harrison will catch game 2 of the doubleheader. A wild pitch by Wiseman, by Morales, sends Wiseman over to second. And that's a ball in to Dunlap. So now there's a runner in scoring position with just 1 away as Duran comes out to talk to Francisco Morales, wondering if they're just having a sign issue or what's going on there. Tough to catch those true sliders in the dirt, though. Not much you could do when it comes in that way as far as Duran goes. So now there's a runner on second here for Alex Dunlap. Daniel Brito standing close to the bag. He will hold Wiseman to a short lead. Morales has been known to throw over to the bag. The righty sends one home instead, and it's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Selling shaved ice in the stand, the perfect day for it. 81 degrees here in Reading. Morales looks back at Wiseman on second. Now he'll come home, and it is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Philadelphia Phillies are up 3-1 over the Boston Red Sox. They have a day game beginning at 4, and a home run thanks to Alex Bohm scored 2. And Jeet Segura had one as well. They lead 3-1. Some other affiliates playing today, most of them though tonight, as Jersey Shore with a 7:05 start. Clearwater about the same, 6 o'clock for them, and then up in Lehigh Valley they have a 6:35 start. So right in the middle, Spencer Howard is on the mound for the Iron Pigs today. They're excited about that. Morales taking his time. He takes a deep breath, the 3-1, and it's fouled up into the dugout of the Senators. After all the rain and the tropical storm Elsa passing through, it's really nice to have, you know, a day without that worry in the back of our brains. It is beautiful here, and it should be the same for tonight. Game 2 starts 30 minutes after game number 1, but not before 6:45, although I don't imagine we'll have that problem. Alex Dunlap strikes out swinging as Morales gets him to chase, and that is his first strikeout here in the contest. 2 outs in the top of the second, and Wiseman will still remain on second here for Gilbert Lara.
The shortstop number 2, Gilbert Lara.
Lara steps into the righty batter's box. He's had 2 doubles in the series, and yesterday he went 0 for 4. Here's the offering from Morales. He chases one in the dirt. Nice stop there by Duran. That was the slider we were talking about. Morales getting the sign from Duran, who's setting up on the outside part of the plate. He looks back at second. Here's the 0-1. A called strike. 0-2. Morales just a strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage. He gave up a walk and a wild pitch, moved Wiseman over to second. That's where he stays. The starter on the first base side of the rubber takes a deep breath, looks over at second. Here from the stretch, the 0-2 is a blooper into right field. Bonifacio coming over. He's not able to get to it, and a run will score as an RBI single from Lara plates a run. There must be some Nationals fans in the park today because there's some clapping going on. And so it's 1-0 here to the Senators on a quiet base hit from Lara. It's hard to tell because there are a lot of Bryce Harper jerseys in the stands. And you could be representing him from either organization because Harper got his start with the Nationals, and that's the system that he grew up in. He played for Harrisburg. And then now, of course, he is on a long contract with the Phillies. So hard to tell what those jerseys look like. They're the same colors, too. They're red. So can't quite tell unless I see his number 3 on the back. Then I would know it's Philadelphia, I suppose. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Can't get it as Brito chases it, and that'll be another base hit. Charging to third with some hefty base running is Lara, and suddenly there are runners on the corner with 2 away for Morales. Now the pitcher, Andrew Lee, stepping up to bat. Like I said before, does not have a hit to his name, just 1 at-bat, and he walked in that at-bat. And now Brad Bergeson, the pitching coach, coming out to talk to Morales. The Senators just 1 run on 2 hits. The Fightins nothing across the board yet. We're in the top of the second inning, but of course this is just a 7-inning contest in game 1 of the doubleheader. Coming out is Kyle Nickel to break up this meeting at the mound. just Duran, Bergeson, and Morales himself. And now Duran heading back behind the plate, so Andrew Lee will step into the batter's box for the first time. The lefty over there, no shift, infield back deep. And Tyler Henson making some motions in the dugout. Wonder what those symbolize as the pitch comes in outside. Some pointing going on. Daniel Brito trying to make motion to Landon. Now he's shifting over. Just a little bit to the left out in center field. Andrew Lee, ground ball right to Miller. He steps on first and makes the play. That'll retire the Fightins, but not before one run crosses for the Harrisburg Senators. It is 1-0 going in the bottom of the second.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with FirstEnergy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Tonight's Flex Game brought to you by CJ's Tire and Automotive. For the R-Phils tonight, Sheets RBI guy, the third baseman.
Madison Stokes is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the second. The Fightins are down by just a run. And Stokes, of course, has been having a heck of a week yesterday with that 3-run home run for his 7th of the season. We'll start things off here for the Fightins. They went down 1-2-3 back in the first. Lee deals and Stokes fouls one away. The bottom of the second is sponsored by Acme Denver. The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, PA is hiring for warehouse positions now. Stokes does the same thing and he fouls it back. And it's a great catch by a fan. They hand the ball over to little kids, so sweet over there. And so 0-2 now to Madison Stokes. And the best thing about the hiring going on for Acme in Denver, Pennsylvania is the wage that they're supplying over there. The starting rate, $19.30, including or with some premiums. Stokes takes the ball downstairs. And that's just the starting rate. Within 10 weeks, you can make up to $22.05. And Stokes takes one away. He works to a 2-2 count. So there's real potential for growth, even within a short amount of time for working at the Acme Distribution Center in Denver, PA. Madison Stokes, a bullet out to left center field. Going back at the wall is Canning. And he makes the catch just in front of the CJ's Tire and Auto sign for out number 1.
Catcher, number 19, Rodolfo Duran.
Here's Rodolfo Duran. And the best part about this is Acme is having a job fair this coming Wednesday, July 14th, at their South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, PA, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as Duran chases a pitch so hard he loses his bat. So if you go to South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, PA, you can enter their job fair from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you are hired there, you can get a starting pay rate of $19.30 per hour. That's an industry-leading benefit packages and a chance to get a $2,500 retention bonus. Lots of great things coming out of the Acme Distribution Center. Great place to work, I'm told. And Duran sends a rocket out to center field. Going back on the track again is Gage Canning, and he takes another fly ball into his glove. 2 away for the Fightins. Now Luke Miller heading up. If for some reason you're not free this Wednesday, you can always check out their other hiring event on Saturday, July 31st. So that way you've got a weekday or a weekend to check it out. That's from 8 to 12, also at their South Muddy Creek Road venue. Lots of great potentials at the Acme Distribution Center in Denver, PA. Not too far from where we are in Reading. So you've got a lot going for you if you're able to check that out. One ball, no strikes as Luke Miller chases. 1-1. Fightins are down a run here in the bottom of the second. They're looking for their first hit of the day. Lee to Miller is a called strike. Everyone playing straight up here against Miller. Wind kind of blowing in. He pokes one with the end of his bat, fielded unassisted. Is Harrison. He bobbles it over to the pitcher, and much to the dismay of the fans, it is in time. 3-1 there in your scorebooks, and the Fightins go down 1-2-3 again. So it is 1-0 as we head into the top of the third.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Now batting for the Senators, the center fielder number 14, Gage Canning.
Morales comes back for another inning of work here in the top of the third. The Senators lead by a run. He deals to Gage Canning back to the top of the order, and he takes a ball. Lee, 25 pitches to get through 2. Morales, 38. And he gets a called strike this time to Canning. Grounded out in his first at-bat. And there's another ball. Sun is behind the cloud right now, so some shade all around the ballpark. And Morales kicks and fires home. A called strike there. 2-2. Definitely an issue with the sun today. Coming in and out of the clouds can be hard to track it. A lot of guys with the eye black today and the sunglasses as it's inside. A full count now to Canning. This ball sent out to left field. Steven tracking inward, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Yesterday, or maybe that was the day before. I think it was the day before, actually. Whatever day it was, it doesn't matter. When I was talking to Sean post-game about a ball that was in the outfield that got through our guys, he called it a twilight ball, which I like the term there because no one's fault that they didn't catch it, just really couldn't see it in the light and the dark, as Landon on the run in center makes the grab for out number 2. And I wonder if there's a term specifically like that for a ball lost in the sun. I wonder if it's really obvious and I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just gonna say it's lost in the sun. 2 outs now for Aldrum Corridor, and the shift is on here to Corridor. That will actually have to end on Tuesday as Morales sends in a pitch too low. A great frame though by Duran as he tries to pull it back up. Tuesday will begin the second half of the season, and then while it's not exactly as marked in the minor league systems anymore because there's no All-Star game here, it is still a marked date because they're going to do that switch that we were talking about earlier. So right now the guys can't be on the outfield grass edge, and then at the second half they're not allowed to shift in this manner. There has to be 2 infielders to the left of second and 2 infielders to the right of second. And to me, I'm a little confused at how they're going to judge. Obviously, Morales coming home with the 3-1, so he's going to end up walking Corridor down to first. There's a runner on with 2 outs. Obviously, there's an imaginary line you could draw behind second, but what is 1 step here or there? A lot of these guys will take 1 step onto the outfield grass edge, and most umpires don't say anything, so I don't know if it's going to be a very strict thing or it's just going to be more like you can't do what Stott and Gamboa have been doing, which is, play 10, 15 feet to the right of second. So we'll have to see how that works out for the players in the second half. So that'll begin on Tuesday. But every team is going to be doing that as well, so it's not as if it's going to directly impact the Fightins any more or less than anyone else, as Harrison takes 2 straight balls downstairs. But Reading does tend to do the shift pretty much to every lefty batter that they face. And so that really won't be an option as of now. Now, something that their broadcaster and I were talking about was Harrison swings and misses, 2-1, was if a player after the pitch was, after the ball left the hands of the pitcher, would they be able to run over very quickly? Yes, technically they can do that. Does that sound very exhausting and probably not feasible every time a lefty batter was up? Possibly. But if they still wanted to get a second player to the right, Stott could stand right behind second, and then as soon as the ball left Morales' hand, he could run over. I guess that could happen. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I'll try to get some information on Sean about how that's going to affect the team. Morales trying for the 3rd out here in the top of the 1st. There is a runner on the base pass, but 2 outs. He comes home, and he gets Harrison to chase a slider low and away for out number 3, his 2nd strikeout pickup of the day. And the Senators fail to score. They still lead 1-0, though, in the bottom of the 3rd.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Your equipment specialist. Team up with the best. Now batting for the Arphils, the shortstop number 7, Arquines Gamboa.
Very special guest on the airwaves with me to start off the bottom of the 3rd inning. I have the Arphils clubhouse attendant, Nick Sklenerick, on the air to give us some insight about what the guys are like off the field. We talk a lot about what they're like on the field, but we appreciate your insight here today, Nick.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to start off the bottom of the 3rd, down by a run. Archimedes Gamboa is up to bat. He takes a called strike. So we'll start off with sometimes Nick gives me some insights about some stories and such that the players go through as a ball comes in to Gamboa. It's 1-1. So Nick does a lot of the grocery shopping for the clubhouse. The guys, have a strict diet according to the Phillies. So there's stuff that he is allowed to get for the players if they ask upon request, and stuff that they've asked about that he's not allowed to buy. So can you tell us some of the stuff some of the guys have wanted that you can't get for them?
A lot of fruit snacks like that, fruit roll-ups. As long as Ellen doesn't know, yeah. Fruit Loops for cereal.
Loops?
Yeah, the sugary stuff, they like that stuff.
Those are interesting options for adults.
Yeah, normally when I get stuff at the grocery store, it's a lot of organic stuff.
Okay.
So a lot of the sugary stuff I kind of have to stay away from.
So just kind of all natural items.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I know you've had a few interesting requests that have made it through. A couple of, I don't want to call them picky eaters, but guys who are strict about what they like to put in their body. Like Hennigan, I think you told me he wanted a specific milk.
Yeah, he wanted, it was some sort of like organic whole milk or just whole milk in general. A lot of times, like I know Carr really wanted Fruit Loops, so I got him some Fruit Loops. Yeah, no, but the sugary stuff you have to stay away from.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So the Phillies provide all of the meals.
Yep.
Where they supplement all of the meals for the players. So usually you'll get 2 a day or 3 a day?
3 a day. So they get a lunch, they get a pregame, then they get a postgame.
And what does that typically consist of?
Pretty much nutritious stuff like meat, fish, vegetables, rice, things of that nature. And they also usually get fruit too, and then sometimes salad on the side.
Okay, so they've got a well-balanced pyramid.
Yep.
Gamboa sending a looping fly ball that drops in front of Canning. So the Fightins, their first base hit off the hero of the game yesterday, Gamboa, out on first with nobody out, and Logan Landon heading up to the plate. So a lot of, nutritious organic stuff, nothing crazy that you'd expect, but they feed them like a lot of food a day.
They do. They get a lot of food.
And most of the players, I would say, take advantage of all of that. I mean, free meals, how could you possibly pass that up?
Today, with the doubleheader, we're going to get wraps in between games.
Okay, that's
so they
a
get
nice
a lunch,
light.
Pre-game, and then they'll get something in between the games, and then they'll get a post-game.
That's a good, between-game meal, I guess.
Stay light.
Or do a lot of guys not choose to eat?
I know guys, like, when I talk to Matt Bierling, before games, he would just like to eat fruit pretty much, stay light.
Okay.
Some guys are okay with eating, like, a full meal. Other guys, not so much.
I may have seen a pizza or 2 enter the clubhouse before the game.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Any names you could probably drop under the radar?
I don't know if I can call anybody out on this.
No?
But, yeah.
Well, I've seen a couple of guys with French fries.
Yeah, they're
probably
big fans of the
drop some
crab
names
fries.
For the crab fries, yeah.
Yeah. Crab fries.
Landon fouls one back into the roof. It drops in front, and there's a chase for it. 0-2 right now, a couple of foul balls for Landon. I've seen Josh Stephen is a big pregame eater. I've seen a lot of snacks from him.
Yeah, he's asked for a few stuff in the concession stands, but for the most part, he's a healthy eater, I guess.
Okay. And I think you told me this was a while back, but and not everyone has it for the pregame. Sometimes they'll save it for the postgame.
Yep.
Because then it's even, you could feel better about it even after the game.
Exactly, yeah.
So I know you have a story about Hernandez and some hot dogs.
Yeah, there was this one time where Jacob Hernandez, he came in during the game, bathroom break, and he was like, hey, you think you can grab me 2 hot dogs? Save them for after the game. I was like, yeah, no problem. I didn't want them to get cold, so I threw them in our heater. And after the game, a few guys didn't really know they were his. So they took the hot dogs, and I had to break the news to him. I felt so bad that he couldn't get his hot dogs, so the next day I made sure he got them.
There's nothing more. I feel like I would be so sad if I was really looking forward to a post-game hot dog.
Yeah, I felt really bad for him when it happened.
Well, good thing he lives at a ballpark. He could get them anytime he wants. Landon still up at the plate, a long at-bat here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gamboa's looking a little jumpy over on first, but he hasn't really tried anything. He is tied for a team high of stolen bases. Now, only 3 stolen bases is a team high. The Fightins not risky on the base pass at all. And Landon with a full count here. So another aspect of your job is getting the uniforms ready for the players.
Yep.
So you spend a lot of time, would you say, tracking. What's the system? Can you describe the loop system? Because I bet people don't probably know about that.
Yeah, so players get loops. So jerseys and pants.
Well, what's a loop?
A loop, it's pretty much where they put their undershirts, socks.
Gamboa going. This one a chopper off of the bat of Landon. As Lee picks it up, he looks to second. Good thing Gamboa was going. He made it over there safely, not a double play. Landon just out at first. So 1 away now for the pitcher, Morales. Okay, so they have kind of a line where they clip all of their clothes
Yeah,
on.
it's a little small thing where they put socks on, undershirts, pretty much all that stuff.
So when you wash it, it stays on the loop?
Yeah, so it stays on the loop so we know whose it is. And then they'll throw their jerseys and pants in the hamper as well. But that we have their names in their pants written in permanent markers, so we know to get it back to them. And then the jerseys, obviously, their numbers. We know whose numbers who. But yeah, the loops and then jerseys will go in as well for laundry purposes.
I bet that's a pretty big task for a team of 30.
It is, and thankfully I have two guys, Cody and Adam, that help me out a lot. They're big helps. They'll help wash and also hang clothes back up. Because with the loops, we'll take each individual clothing off of the loop and hang it for the guys.
Okay. So they're pretty well taken care of.
Yeah, we make sure we take care of
our
our
guys.
guys.
So that way when they come in, everything's kind of set up for them during the game. Morales here, 1 ball, 1 strike now. The pitcher has not yet had a hit in 5 ABs, and he holds off on 1 upstairs. It is 2-1. He has had a walk, though, and just 1 strikeout. So what about, I feel like this is a common question. How do you get the grass stains out of the pants? Because they look pretty, the whites are pretty white down there. Or is the white easier? Because you can
No,
White
the whites
hard.
are the worst.
Okay.
Yeah, the pinstripe, we're going to win for game 2. Those are my favorite because the stains hide a little bit better.
Okay.
But the white pants, we'll use like a Tide spray. We use a Tide powder. We use OxyClean. And some pants need a second wash.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I feel bad for my mom. All those years washing my baseball pants.
Morales takes 1 upstairs. Now it's a full count here with a runner in scoring position. Yeah, I can't imagine how much work that is. And Fightin's have a bunch of different uniforms out there. I think we've got 5 or 6.
Yeah, we have a decent amount.
5 or 6 uniforms. And he fouls 1 back. So along with the reason I know we actually have 5 or 6, actually I think it's, well, uniforms aside, you give out 7 different hats each.
Yeah,
player.
we give a lot of hats out.
The team has 7 different hats. Let me see if I can remember all. So they've got the black R-Train, they've got the blue R-Train, then they've got the regular red cap, then they've got the Navy BP cap, the road cap, and then the luchadors and the hot dogs.
7 hats.
That's insane. Morales strikes out swinging for out number 2, and there's 2 away. Gamboa on second for Daniel Brito. So who? I've already talked about this on air, so I'm okay with spilling it again, but. When the guys go on road trips, you kind of help them get together, to get their stuff together? How does that work?
So what we'll do is, me and sometimes my guys will help me out. We'll make sure we pack their hats in a hat bin so they know they have all their hats. And then we'll put their gray pants, gray jersey, and then luchador's jersey on top of their chair with their belt and then loop. So just to make sure they pack that stuff and they don't forget it.
Okay, but then sometimes people forget stuff. Bryson Stott forgetting his belts. It happens. Luckily, that was the Harrisburg series, so it wasn't too far away. But let's say someone forgets something really important.
Okay.
What do you have to do?
We would probably have to either ship it overnight or we would have to pretty much drive it down.
Drive it out.
Yeah. Luckily, we haven't had to really deal with that except for Stott forgetting his belts. And that was a quick drive to Harrisburg. But helmets, we'd probably have to either drive that out or overnight it. Yeah.
Well, that's good. These guys are pretty responsible for their equipment for the most part.
They are. Yeah, we'll also pack their helmets, too, in the helmet bag, so we don't have to worry about that.
Although you're doing half the work for them.
Yeah.
Daniel Brito strikes out swinging, and that's out number 3, the Fightin Strand. A runner on second, but they fail to score. So that is it in the bottom of the 3rd. Harrisburg still up 1-0 as we go into the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Top of the fourth, we go here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Thank you to our guest on the air, Nick, our clubhouse attendant down for the Fightins in the home clubhouse, and of course Mark, our visiting clubhouse, our road clubhouse attendant. He deals with all the visiting teams coming in. Lots more to discuss. Of course, I could keep going on and on about the intricacies of the underground workings with the players here, but Nick had to go back to his duties, so we thank him for coming on. And as we head into the top of the fourth, Morales comes out for another inning of work. Lee with 49 pitches, Morales 55. He had a nice third, and we'll see what he could do here in the top of the fourth. He's going to start it off with Wiseman, and he'll get a swinging strike. It's crazy to think about how many alternate identities that the Fightins have going on. I think, you know, a lot of minor league teams have the Copa identity, and a lot of them will have like maybe a Sunday jersey. But the Fightins pretty much wear a different thing every day. A liner directly into the bat of Gamboa retires Wiseman, and he just has to take 2 steps to his left to make the grab. That is out number 1. Alex Dunlap up at the plate now. He struck out in his first at-bat. This one a line drive that drops in front of Steven. And I can see where the Nationals fans are sitting right now. Dunlap over to first with a base hit. One away for Morales. Here's Gilbert Lara. Now Morales really doesn't induce many ground balls, so it'll be tough to get a double play here, unless of course it comes in the air and they tie up Dunlap on the base paths. He just, with the contact, that he either gets no contact, a strikeout, or he gets a fly ball, some lazy contact. And this one, a liner into center field, charging is Landon, but it'll drop in front of him, and shifting over to second is Dunlap. Back-to-back base hits by the Senators put 2 runners on here for Daly. Daly, the lefty batter, steps on the other side. The Phillies still leading the Red Sox. It is 3-2 now. They're in the top of the fourth. It's pretty much the same place we're at in this game. Morales looks back at the runner on second. He'll have to pitch from the stretch. Instead, he steps off and takes a small pause. Lots of fans out here in the ballpark. They're going to enjoy 2 games for the price of 1 today with the doubleheader. A called strike coming into Daly. He took a step back, but it was right on the inside part of the plate. Morales taking a deep breath. Now he'll come to outside. Nice stop by Durant. 1-1 here, the count. Lots of doubleheaders scheduled for today, with all of the rain coming across the Northeast with Tropical Storm Elsa over the past few days. Been tough to play. Cole Daly with 2 strikes here. Runners on first and second and just an out. Morales sends the pitch home and he swings and miss. Strike out number 3 for the starter, out number 2 here in the 4th. A big out pickup there for Morales. And he'll face off against Lee once again, who grounded out to first. And we'll see if he can retire the pitcher for out number 3 to get out here in the top of the 4th. He has had traffic on the base pass in each of the past 3 innings, every inning except the first. But he's only allowed 1 across. And he hasn't let up more than a single, which is interesting. Morales from the stretch looks back at second. Now he comes home. A ground ball. Gamboa will make the easy play as he steps on second for the force out, and that will retire the Senators 1-0 as the Fightin' Phils head up to bat in the bottom of the 4th.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
As a special treat, we're going to take home the autographed picture of the guitar by Madison Stokes. And speaking of guitars, folks, the mascot band's going to be playing in the plaza between games. We can all rock and roll with the mascot band. Congratulations, Landon. That's the PSCCU picture this game.
Nothing across for Harrisburg in the top of the 4th, although they did have some runners on the base paths. And Lee coming in for another inning of work in the bottom half. He will face off against the heart of the Fightin's order, Steven, Bonifacio, and Stokes. And if we make it to Rodolfo Duran, then we will see. Fightin's only 1 hit. That was the single back in the 3rd by Gamboa. He was stuck over at second. And Josh Steven is going to start us off, see if he can get some going for the Fightins. In just this shortened doubleheader contest, it is only 7 innings of work, so we're nearing the middle half. And the Reading's only down by a run, so it's really not too much here. And a looping pitch just too high, doesn't loop enough. 1 ball, no strikes. Steven fouls it back behind the plate. 1-1. Philly soft pretzels being sold out in the stands. Cotton candy. Can smell the cheeseburgers and popcorn from here. It is a great day at the ballpark, especially here at FirstEnergy Stadium for 2 games. Don't forget about the second game at 6:45. And Steven, a fly ball into left, settles into the glove of Corridor, and that's out number 1. Here's Jorge Bonifacio. Last night he had a solo shot in the first for his 12th home run of the season. This is a perfect time for lucky number 13. And he takes the first pitch down low. 1-0. Lots of kids out in the pool today. Actually a great day to be in the pool. I think some birthday parties coming out to the park as well. Bonifacio taking another one in the dirt. If you missed it earlier this morning during the Phillies pregame show, host Pat McCarthy was able to talk to Brian Marconi about the end of the no-hitter that happened last week in Erie. Bonifacio sends a fly ball out to left center field, corridor Canning, and it's Canning on the warning track. Seen that fly ball 3 times so far tonight, and none of them have made it across. With 2 outs, here's Madison Stokes. So Marconi on the Phillies pregame show today. If you get a chance, look it up, check it out. Try to post it on our Twitter after the game. But lots of guys here getting great media coverage from the local media and beyond, as they should, with the way they've been playing ball here as of late. Stokes takes a pitch upstairs, 1-0. Upstairs once again, 2 balls, no strikes. No one warming in the bullpen on either side as of yet, so the starters are going to make it through. We should see Morales in the top of the 5th. And Stokes chases a fastball, 2-1. The Senators, 1 run on 4 hits. The Fightins, no run on 1 hit. Been kind of a quiet game for both, especially after last night. Stokes, a liner right into the pool, going back, and it splashes! Madison Stokes with a home run to right field, right in the middle of the pool area, and he ties this game up at 1. Back-to-back days with home runs for Madison Stokes, number 8 on the season. And man, did he get a hold of that one. Just like yesterday's, long gone. Here's Rodolfo Duran now with 2 outs. And suddenly a tie ball game here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Never count the Fightins out, fans. Duran takes the first pitch strike. A ground ball, slow roller to short. Lara fumbles it across the diamond, and it is not in time. The catcher, Duran, runs out. And we'll see if they record that a hit or an error to the shortstop. It was slow and deep in the hole, and I could see it being recorded a hit there with just how long it would have taken Lara to field it, but he did bobble it just a tad. And it is a base hit there to Rodolfo Duran that allows him to reach first. And so that is the go-ahead run on the base pass, as Dunlap now coming out to talk to Lee with 2 away and a runner on. Here's Luke Miller. Called strike. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. The Fightins looking to get ahead here with a runner on first. Miller chopped foul up the third base line, down 0-2. And he pokes it the other way this time. Still foul, though. He'll stay 0-2. 5:41 here at the ballpark. They are already starting to set up for the Mega Blast show out in left field. It takes hours to set up for the largest stadium show in history. Of course, it's pretty much like over 20 minutes and absolutely mega. And Miller sends a line drive deep to center field. Canning making the catch overhead, though, and that's out number 3. But the Fightins tie it off the bat of Madison Stokes. 1-all heading into the top of the 5th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
Madison Stokes with his 8th home run of the season. He hit one last night. He hits one tonight. And he ties it up at 1 as we head into the top of the 5th. Morales coming out 65 pitches right now. Lee also 65 pitches to get through 4. Pretty much the exact same game on either side. 1 run on 4 hits for Harrisburg. 1 run on 3 hits for Reading. A walk issued from Morales and none issued from Lee. Morales here starting off the 5th with the top of the order for the 3rd time in this game. Gage Canning takes a ball and a strike. The count is 1-1. He's 0 for 2 in game number 1. And the infield playing straight up to him. Morales kicks and fires, and he swings late to a fastball. 94 off the hands of Morales here as we get deep into the game. Nice to see that velocity still hanging in there from the starter. And this one chopped foul, 1-2. Inside, Canning holds off, 2-2. Flag a little tied up out in center field, but the wind seems to still be pushing left to right. And a called strike 3 as Nickel sends Canning back into the dugout. The 4th strikeout of the afternoon here from Morales, and out number 1 in the 5th. Must be nice for him coming back in now. You know, they were only down a run. He's had a great start, but nice. You kind of start fresh here as we're tied. And I don't know if that makes a difference for him any feels-wise, but still out there getting the job done. Jake Alou now stepping up to the plate. I can tell that he's got some fans in the crowd. I can see his name on the back of some shirts down in front. He sends a high pop-up into the stands, and it's 1-1. The righty with the 1-1. This one a bullet out to right field. Bonifacio tracking back. He can't grab it. It bounces off the wall. This is sure to be a double here from Jake Alou. And his cheering squad is very elated as he ends up on second, his first hit of the day. And here's Aldrum Corridor with just an out. Suddenly these Senators threatening here with the go-ahead run out on second. Just 3 innings left of baseball here with game 1 of a doubleheader, just 7 innings for both. Josh Hendrickson set to start game 2 against Carson Teal. Hendrickson has been absolutely stellar for the Fightins. Gotten a win every time he's been on the mound. Morales looks back at the runner on second. Now he'll come home. Up high, good pick by Duran. He's had traffic on the base pass before and has retired a couple runners. They've left 5 runners on base so far, the Senators have, and so he doesn't seem to be too shaken up by having Harrisburg runners out there, just still focusing on the batter for most part. I don't think we've seen any actually throws over to first or second. This one bounces in the dirt. Duran keeps it in front of him, 2-0. Little bit of a shift going on here to Corridor, not as much as we've seen before, with Gamboa just playing directly behind second, kind of keeping Alou on the base, obviously with the go-ahead run. Don't want him to get too far for no reason. And a called strike now comes into Alou. Poked the other way, but it's not far enough. Corridor fouls one back, and Morales, has worked his way back into the at-bat. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lots of Fightin' Phil's fans out here at the ballpark. We appreciate your support in today's doubleheader and throughout the rest of the season. Lots of home games left here in 2021. Morales looks back at the runner. Now he looks home. Here's the 2-2, and did he get a little bit of it? He did, right into the chest protector of Duran, so Corridor stays alive, 2-2. Alou out on second. Gamboa not far off the bag. The righty deals the 2-2 again. This one a line drive. It's going to score a run as it trickles into the outfield. Landon with the throw back in. It's not in time. Alou scores easily. And once again, the Senators have the lead. The Fightins tie it up in the bottom of the 4th, and the Senators take the lead here in the top of the 5th. And so 2-1 now with KJ Harrison heading up to bat. Someone is warming up in the pen now for the Fightins. Morales trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. Pitch to Harrison, a called strike. Jonathan Hennigan warming in the pen for the Reading Fightin' Phils. He started warming up yesterday, but things settled down enough they didn't need him by the end of the game. I think they were going to use him if we came into a 10th inning, but we did not. This should be 2. Gamboa steps on second across to first, and the Fightins turn a double play, but it's not in time as a run scores for the Senators. It is Harrisburg 2, Reading 1 as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Sports Culleton can help. call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Lee still in the game for the Senators as they took the lead back in the top half 2-1. The Fightins will send up Archimedes Gamboa, Logan Landon, and Francisco Morales, or possibly a pinch hitter if his day is done and Hennigan were to come back in for the next half. So we'll see how that plays out. But first, Archimedes Gamboa, who's already had a base hit today, and he had the walk-off yesterday. We'll see if he continue that and start things off for the Fightins. He sends one out to right field and a ropes foul. If he can make that go a little bit to the left, that was long gone at the Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Pavilion over on the roof up there. But he knew it was foul instantly off the bat. Inside, 1-1. He goes for the bunt, lays it down. No one was expecting it. It was last second. The throw from the third baseman, not in time. And a bunt single from Archimedes Gamboa gets him on first. Nobody was ready. No signs of bunt at all. He just threw it down. Alou came in. Lee came over. And it was just so well placed and no one was expecting it that he's able to hustle down the first baseline and get on the bag in time. It wasn't even a close play or anything like that. And so Gamboa starts us off with a base hit here and nobody out in the top of the fifth. They're trying to score at least one. Gamboa would be that tying run, if not more. Logan Landon up at the plate. He'll take a ball. Hennigan still warming, so I imagine there's going to be a pinch hitter, just with the fact that this is an opportunity for the Fightins to score and also kind of close to the end of the day for Morales as is. We'll check his pitch count. He's up to 82, so it actually works out pretty well there for Sean Williams. And it does look like Jack Connolly is the one over on the on-deck circle. Not a lot of options for guys to come in off the bench today. It is Fitch, Conley, and Tatum, with Stott being out of commission right now, and they didn't replace him on the roster. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Logan Landon. So with 2 catchers, you can use one right now. Tough there in case something happens, but should be okay. And Landon just shy of a fair ball up the third baseline. Sean Williams fields it well in the coach's box, and he's looking for a good fan to throw it to. He finally finds one and gets it to them. Gamboa on first. Landon at the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lee going over to first to check on Gamboa. Got to be careful with that throw there. It was a little low. Don't want it to let it get away from the first baseman, Harrison. Gamboa has plus running, category tool for him. That's why he does so well out in center field as well. Again, Lee checking on Gamboa. Now, he was ready to go in his last time up at the plate, and when he went, the ball was hit into play anyway. So they know that he has an opportunity to steal. He has 3 on the season. And Lee, the righty, does not face him at all. Gamboa going now, but Landon fouls it back, and he'll have to go back. Getting himself on second would be top priority here for the Fightins with nobody out. If he gets himself over, can use the sacrifice, a base hit would make scoring all the more likely. Gamboa over on first. Lee comes home, the 1-2. This one sent out to center field. Gamboa's going to have to wait to see if it's caught. Coming over is Wiseman, and he makes the play on the run. Landon retired. That's 1 away, and now Jack Connolly is going to come in and pinch hit here. Conley now with a runner on first and 1 out, trying to tie up this ball game. The Senators have a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. After this, just 2 innings of baseball left to play. Lee comes home. Connolly holds off, but it's a called strike on the corner. Comes home again, this time outside. Dunlap's going to have to protect right now. Fightins are threatening here. But Morales, a pretty stellar day on the mound. 5 innings of work. We can get you his final line since Connolly's up in the game. 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, a total of 82 pitches. Pretty solid. Coming off a no-hitter, obviously hard to top that, but 5 strong there for the Fightins. And now coming home again is Lee. Connolly takes a pitch upstairs. It's 2-1. Gamboa still on first, though definitely itching to go if he can. Phillies still leading 3-2 in the top of the 6th. The other affiliates getting underway within the next hour or so. Going is Gamboa. Dunlap messes up the throw. He ties it up on the transition from the glove to his throwing hand. And Gamboa safely with a stolen base. The 4th of the season, we have a leader. Folks, we have a stolen base leader with 4 is Gamboa. And he puts himself in scoring position with Jack Connolly still up at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, as the pitch that came in was a strike, and they didn't get the strike come out or the throw him out. Three balls, 2 strikes here to Connolly. Here is the full count pitch. Right now with a runner on second and 1 away. The Fightins down by a run. The payoff pitch low, and they'll walk Jack Connolly. A solid at-bat for the pinch hitter. He gets himself out on first. So now the Fightins have the tying run and the go-ahead run on the base pass, and they're back to the best part of the order, the top, with Daniel Brito. And now there is a visit from Sam Nairn, the pitching coach. Someone is starting to go warm up in the bullpen for the Senators, but they're not going to make a change as of yet. They're going to see if Lee can get through 5 here. He's not eligible for the decision unless he does. And the Senators do have a 1-run lead as of now. Lots of fans coming into the ballpark right now with the second game getting underway just 30 minutes after this one. Nairn going back into the dugout now will get things started once again here. Daniel Brito up at the plate. Here's the first offering. It's called strike right down the middle. Jack Connolly on first. Archimedes Gamboa on second. Here's the offering by Lee. Brito fouls it back. It's going to come into the stands, or it could hit the roof, and it chooses the roof. And a high-pressure situation for the Fightins. This is their chance to score some runs and take the lead away from Harrisburg. So let's do it. No balls, 2 strikes here to Daniel Brito. The lead-off batter. The offering in the dirt. Dunlap keeps it in front of him. Brito holding off. It is 1-2. With just being a 7-inning contest, obviously the Fightins will have 2 more opportunities to bat here, but a whole nother game to play after, so they would love to get ahead here and then close the door on the Senators. Lee setting up on the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Brito right into the gap between right and center field. This is sure to score a run with the legs on Gamboa. He's rounding third and coming home, and it's 2-2 off the bat of Daniel Brito. He doubles to score Gamboa, and the Fightins tie it up. That is his 14th double of the season.
The left fielder number 10, Josh Stevens.
And the Fightins, with just 1 out on the board, will send up Josh Stephen now with 2 runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and it does look like Andrew Lee will finish up his time on the mound as Chip Keister walks in from the dugout, and somebody's going to head out from the bullpen. We'll just take a short second for our call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 dugout suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit ourphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a FirstEnergy Stadium game.
Josh Stephen heads up to the plate, sends a roping liner foul up the first base line. He'll face off against Pearson McMahon, who takes the mound from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here for the Senators to try to get them out of the bottom of the fifth. The Fightins have already tied up the game at 2, and they're looking to break it open. Infield playing in here for Stephen. Obviously, they don't want to run to score. Stephen takes a pitch outside. It's 1-1. Jack Conley over at third, while Daniel Brito at second. Brito with that RBI double scored Gamboa to tie it up earlier in this half. And McMahon takes a deep breath, looks back at second, and Stevens going to send it into right field. Whether or not it's caught, it'll score a run. A diving jump by Wiseman does make the catch out in right field, but Connolly tags and comes in. And that'll be 3-2 Reading Fightin' Phils. A sacrifice of fly ball from Stephen plates a run, and a good tag by Daniel Brito puts him on third. And with 2 outs, here is Jorge Bonifacio. Really great by Josh Stephen to get in that winning run. Even with just the sacrifice fly, it seems minimal. It seems like he didn't get what he was going for, but he got the job done, which was to score the winning run. And that's exactly what he did, as the Fightins are ahead for the first time today, 3-2. And here's Jorge Bonifacio, now takes a strike. Hennigan has been warming like forever, it feels like, in the bullpen. Bonifacio sends it high in the sky. It's going to stay in the infield. Yeah. Brito coming home. Nobody can find it. Brito's crossed the plate, and he can't find it. Nobody can find it, and it ends up fair, so Daniel Brito scores, and he actually backtracks to the plate to make sure he touches it, even though he did touch it, but he kind of pokes his foot in there. And a pop fly right over the plate ends up in fair territory. Nobody makes the catch. Bonifacio with a base hit, an inch away from home plate, and the Fightins take a 4-2 lead.
Go!
And I don't know if there was a miscommunication about who was going to catch the ball or if they wanted to let it go if it was in foul territory, but it wasn't foul by any means, and either way could have been an easy third out for the Senators, but they get nothing, and instead the Fightins get a run across the bases. Daniel Brito with such a high baseball IQ over there, knowing to come home and score. He crossed the plate before anything happened and then made sure, let me touch the bag just in case the umpire gets to see it, because he might have had his back there. And so the Fightins up 4-2 on the infield base hit there from Bonifacio. And they're still going here in the bottom of the fifth. Bonifacio out on first. Madison Stokes at the plate. Here's the 1-1. You can make it 2-1 on a ball in the dirt. And if the fans that are just joining us coming in here for game 2, although it was single admission, are coming in at the perfect time, they're seeing the Fightins take the lead. Still a lot of baseball left. We're only in the bottom of the fifth. We'll have the sixth and hopefully just half of the seventh. Stokes chops one up the third base line, but it's foul. Stokes stepping back into the righty batter's box with a 2-2 count here. Here's the offering from McMahon. He's going to line one into left. It'll drop in front of Corridor. Heading to second is Bonifacio, and the hits keep on coming for the Fightin' Phils. Stokes with a multi-hit game today. He had a home run back in the fourth. And the Fightins will have runners on first and second now for Rodolfo Duran. Duran stepping into the righty batter's box. 1 for 2 day already. He has to shy away from getting hit in the back. And he does. 1 ball, no strikes here to McMahon. Tough day with a doubleheader on either side about using your bullpen. Obviously, you got to be careful here with a whole nother game left to play today and then a game tomorrow. You have a little leeway knowing that you've got Monday off, but nonetheless, you know, can't go using 5 pitchers here in game 1 and then what happens in game 2. So that looks like they'll go with McMahon for the time being. There are 2 outs on the board, but the Fightins have 2 runners on, and Duran with a 1-1 will hold off on a pitch downstairs. It's 2-1. Duran really squatting down when he is in the batter's box. And he only stands, I want to say 5'11", I think. And he sends a high fly ball to center field, Canning Wiseman, but it's Canning on the run, and that'll be out number 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. But the Fightins score 3, and they take a 4-2 lead over the Senators as we head into the top of the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, they called the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen to start us off here in the top of the 6th. We knew Morales was coming out after Conley pinched hit for him in the bottom of the 5th, and Hannigan's going to come out to replace Morales out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Now on the board, we have his old headshot. Old, meaning a couple months ago when we took it in May when the boys got here. He's got hair the length of mine probably, and just a week ago he cut it all off. Almost unrecognizable out in the bullpen now, much to my dismay, but he says a lot cooler to pitch in this heat here in Pennsylvania. And so he's going to face off against Rhett Wiseman, Alec Dunlap, and Gilbert Lara now. And the Fightins with a 2-run lead after the bottom of the 5th. Wiseman sends a sky-high pop-up. Hennigan, Duran in foul territory makes the catch, and that's how you make a catch right by home plate. Out number 1 here in the top of the 6th for the Fightin' Phils. Here's Alex Dunlap, 1 for 2 on the day. Dunlap takes a called strike. Now he takes a pitch outside, 1-1. Chases a pitch in the dirt from Hennigan now. 1-2. Hennigan has been very solid in relief as of late. They'll use him usually at least 2 innings. We'll see if he can get the 6th and 7th here to close out the game. Right now it's technically a save situation, and he gets a strikeout out of Dunlap. Out number 2 here quickly for Hennigan in the top of the 6th as Gilbert Lara comes now up to bat. In his last outing against the Erie Seawolves when the team was on the road, as he faces Lara with a called strike. Hennigan went 1 1/3 innings pitched, just a hit and no earned runs, and that third coming from the inning before. So he got out of a jam as he has inherited 2 runners on the season and none have crossed. Gets a strike out of Lara. He's down 0-2. 8-15. 8 out of 15 scoreless appearances, which is over 50% of the time Hennigan comes out, he is scoreless. He'll send one in the dirt to Lara, 1-2. And he gets strike number 3 to Lara. 1-2-3 in relief here for Hennigan. A huge pickup for the Fightins. They've got the momentum offensively. Now they've got it in the field, and they'll head back to bat really quick here in the bottom of the 6th, try to score some more runs for the team.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
McMahon comes in for another inning of work, and he'll face off against Luke Miller, the only person who didn't get up to bat in the 5th. They almost batted around the order, but just one shy. So he'll start it off, and then we'll see Gamboa and Landon. Gamboa, the player who really started things off in the 5th. Miller, 0 for 2 today. And he sends a foul ball up the third baseline, just inches to the left. Miller takes a called strike. He's down 0-2. Brian Marconi is warming in the bullpen for the Fightins with a save situation. Reading will call in their best closer here for the top of the 7th. and Miller strikes out swinging here for out number 1. And Archimedes Gamboa, who's been on base twice, will head up to the plate, once with a single, once with a bunt single, and he's also got a stolen base to his name. Gamboa takes a called strike. Fans streaming into the ballpark here, getting food for dinner first. Everyone coming up with some great looking French fries and a cold beer. Pretty jealous, I have to say. 0-2, Gamboa down now as McMahon finds his stride here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with just being a 7-inning doubleheader. Gamboa looks like he's going to poke one through the hole, coming over Daly, but he's not able to. A 3-hit day for Archimedes Gamboa. All base hits to first, and so with 1 out, the Fightins have a runner on here for Logan Landon. Landon takes a called strike, 1-1. Gamboa taking a lead off of first. We could see him try to take second again. And of course, McMahon, well aware of that himself, will throw over to first. Directly to third. They're going to try to get a double play out of this 5-4-3, and that'll be the end of the inning for the Fightins as they leave no one on the base pass. Top of the 7th we go. I believe we'll see Brian Marconi here for the save in just a minute.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Well, top of the 7th, which is actually top of the 9th here in Game 1 of the doubleheader, Marconi will come in from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen as Hennigan hands the ball off. A very clean inning of work for the reliever. Hennigan, no hits and no runs scored in an inning of work. He pitched just, let's get you the count here, 11 pitches in total, and he struck out 2 batters. Very solid there for Hennigan. And now Marconi, the team high saves leader, 6 on the season from Marconi. And that actually puts him in the number 3 spot, tied for number 3 in the league here in the AA Northeast with 6. And we'll see if he can get number 7 and put himself in the actual spot number 3 alone. He'll have to face off the bottom part of the order with Cole Daly. Then I'm assuming they will pinch hit for McMahon in that number 9 spot, and then back to the top of the order. Marconi sends a ball in outside, 1-0. Marconi's family in the stands today, coming from New Jersey. They say about an hour and a half or so drive. I believe that's what they told me. And they're in the stands watching their son now. I've got a good view on them. Kind of reminds me, I don't know if anyone watches the Olympics, but I think it was Allie Raisman in the gymnastics. They have shots of her parents always freaking out when she's exercising and then when she's competing, as well as Michael Phelps' mom, I think, always pretty recognizable too, with how stressed he gets out during her son's appearances. 2 balls, 2 strikes here from Marconi on to Daly. The lefty reliever kicks and fires home, and he gets a foul ball out of Daly. Just had the opportunity to speak with Marconi about taking on this closer role. He's never been a closer before, actually was, kind of a first guy out of the gate before. Now later in the bullpen, if not the guy coming in to close for the Fightins. And he sends one outside to Daly. It is a full count here. So he's really adapted well. He doesn't think too much about the situation he's in. Here's the payoff pitch. And although it's really inside, Cole Daly gets tied up and he strikes out. So a big out pickup for Marconi. And there will be a pinch hitter coming in, Osvaldo Duarte, for the pitching spot. And Duarte actually, we saw him pinch hit the other day. If that was not yesterday, it was yesterday. And he had a base hit and a run scored during the rally of the Senators, but it wasn't enough as the Fightin' Phils came back to win it in the 9th. And so Duarte trying to do the same thing again today. 1 out, Marconi kicks and fires. It's a called strike. He says 3 outs are 3 outs, whether they're the first 3 outs of the game or the last 3 outs of the game. Your job is to come in and retire the batters. And so that's what his goal to accomplish is every time. And he goes with an off-speed pitch. It fools the batter Duarte, and he's down 0-2. Here's the offering, and a fly ball into right. Coming in, hustling, Bonifacio. He slides and makes the catch. An amazing play there by Bonifacio on the run, and Sports Center top 10 play for sure. And a big out pickup there for the Fightins. Out number 2 for Marconi, and he'll head back to the top of the order with Gage Canning. Love to see that kind of hustle out of Bonifacio. You know that's a risk when you dive in, obviously, if the ball goes beyond you. Extra bases for sure. And with Landon so far over in center, it's tough to pick up, but he really hustled over and talked to Steven about a play he made like that before. You just got to know that your guys are backing you up and trust yourself. And he got the job done there, and a huge out pickup for Reading as Canning takes a ball outside. Marconi going for his 7th save of the season as the Fightins are in the top of the 7th, trying to keep their 4-2 lead. And the closer gets a strike. The fans are excited here at the ballpark. The lefty kicks and fires home. This one, a high fly ball. It's going to stay in the air for a while, going back Gamboa, and he makes the catch behind second as Marconi records the save, and the Fightins take game 1 of the doubleheader 4-2 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Join us in approximately 30 minutes, so about 7 o'clock, just when we thought the game would start, and we'll be back on the air for game number 2, where Carson Teal takes on Josh Hendrickson. The Fightins take game 1 4-2 over the Harrisburg Senators. Fans, thanks for joining us. We'll see you for game 2 in 30 minutes.